Hi, welcome to the AWS Solution Architect Professional Certification Guidance. So this is the first video where we are trying to explain what the certification looks like, how much does it cost, and so on. So if you have not yet subscribed the channel, do so. It will help you with certifications. Now let us start with some of the important certification overview. First, coming at the length of the exam, it is 180 minutes. The exam costs 300 US dollars. So this is expensive. In terms of Indian currency, it's approximately 25,000 rupees. Okay, because the conversion rate is high, and this is a professional grade certification. That means if you are able to clear this, there is nothing above this. You are a pro. You are a pro, man, if you clear this. So someone like this, so you will be playing in the pro circuit. You would be given a role of an enterprise architect, which involves hybrid cloud or multi-cloud platforms. This is the most difficult certifications, one of the most difficult certifications, and it is advised that you get through the AWS Cloud Solution Architect Associate certification first before you attempt this one. So there are 75 questions. You will get both multiple choice or multiple response. Now what happens is you have how to appear for the exam. You can go to a Pearson View testing center and appear for the certification, or you can also take online proctored exam from your home. Now who should take this exam? See, ideally they say that you should have 2 or more years of working experience on AWS, but believe me, if you are on AWS Solution Architect Associate, you are certified, you can make the next move. If you understand the concepts well, then you can make an attempt. And if your company is sponsoring this, so that mitigates the risk. But if you go through the content on this channel, you will be able to clear the certifications. At least you will be well prepared to attempt a lot of them. Now, at a high level, what is required? You should know APIs, you should know cloud formation templates, which is your infrastructure as a cloud. You, so you should be able to understand the billing concepts, how the billing works. Okay. And then you should be well aware about best practice guidance. Imagine you are an enterprise architect and you don't know the best practices. So that is something which you will have to be really focused on. And then you would be making architectural recommendations, so you should be able to evaluate the cloud application requirements. What are these may be something linked with implementations, deployments, provisioning, and then you should understand in a hybrid setup, how does the VPN connections work, how do we leverage direct connect for a continuous integration and deployment process. Now, once you appear for this exam and you clear it, you will earn the Solution Architect Associate Professional exam. So this is the exam that you have to appear, and uh, there are additional informations which I will walk you through. So this is at a high level exam guide. What are you looking for? What is AWS looking for? The one of the most important thing they are looking for is your competence with well architected framework. You should be able to design organizational complexity. So if you are currently a developer, like you are a developer profile, have a developer profile, if you have not seen multiple system implementations over the last few years, do not attempt this exam because this is a pro level certification. I would recommend this certification is for people who have 8 or more years of experience in the IT. They have seen different systems, they have seen different challenges, they should appear for it. Okay, but nowadays, as we see on YouTube, millionaires who are under 25, YouTubers, a lot of people. So, you know, the young people are very sharp nowadays. If you think you have it in you, if your company is also sponsoring, that risk is mitigated, prepare for it, attempt it. Maybe you may have that metal. Okay. Now you should be well versed with designing new solutions, continuously improve existing solutions. So a lot of time when I go to talk to the clients, they already have an implementation and they're saying that, hey, you know what, I am on premises or I am on hybrid cloud, but I am on a different cloud platform, maybe Google Cloud or so on. And then they say that my future, I want to come to AWS. So we will have this responsibility of improving the existing posture of the company, and then how to accelerate the workloads and modernization. So a lot of times the client says, hey, I have so much of data on prem, can you help me move it to cloud and make sense out of it? Can I plug the machine learning routines on top of it? uh, a lot of data is dark data. Can the AI or machine learning routines make sense out of it, and so on. So like we told you, if you have 2 years or more years of experience in AWS, good. But this experience is not as a developer but as in the design and implementation areas. Okay. So DevOps guy will not find it very easy, but you can attempt. And so once you clear the certification, what is the kind of tasks you would do? You would provide expert guidance about architectural design across multiple applications. So you would not say, hey, you know what, I am only from a data field, so my expertise are limited to data transfers or data migrations. No, you got to elevate yourself at an enterprise architect level. Your applications may be SAP applications, Salesforce applications. They can be data transfer routines. They can be business intelligence applications. They can be microservices based web applications. There can be plethora of applications, but you will need to provide your expertise irrespective of which type of application is getting deployed or implemented on AWS cloud. So what you are not supposed to do is you will not develop front end for mobile apps. Okay. And you do not need to know operating systems or depth of the operating systems. You do not need to know that. When you appear for the certification, the response types, either you have multiple choice, so it's like it has one correct response and three incorrect responses, so you have to choose the best out of the four options. So those three responses are called distractors because they are there to distract you so that you get confused during the certifications. And then we have multiple response. This has two or more correct responses, and it's like out of five you have to choose multiple responses, two or three. There is no negative marking, and unanswered questions are considered as incorrect, and you would be not assessed on those. That means that will not be considered in the correct bucket, it will be considered in the incorrect questions bucket. Now there would be 10 questions which have no scoring. They will be a part of the exam. Why they do it? Because AWS collects information about performance of these unscored questions to evaluate these questions for future as scored questions. So they are trying to throw in some concepts and then see whether people are able to answer these, because they plan to bring those questions or similar questions in the actual certifications getting scored in future. Now, each section has specific weighting. So some sections will have more questions than others, and the table of classifications, they contain general information and they highlight your weakness and strengths. Okay. So It is not like if there are 75 questions, all 75 will have equal marks. No. So when you get the exam results, your scoring will be uh, out of 1,000, and the minimum to pass is 750. If you have scored 750 or more, you would clear the certification. So with this, I would end this video. We will see you in the next parts where we would release some training content. See you in the next part.